Hello, party people. Um, there's this is one of those times there's a different kind of stuff going on. Um, I'm treating you guys to the PlayStation 5 version of Doki-Doki Literature Club Plus. So it's like a lit club in high school, right? Now, this game was described to me as a horror game, but at the same time it's a dating simulator. So I think they're trolling me and telling me this is a horror game when it's not really a horror game. But you know what? We'll see. I don't really feel like shitting my pants out of fear, out of horrific fear tonight, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, so I hope you guys are doing well. Just got my setup going on. It's already started getting really hot in the room, but hey, whatever. If I need to take a break, I'll take a break. But alright, without further ado, let's look up Doki-Doki Literature Club Plus. So of course the main character is male, and you can't you can't see them. It's supposed to be you. Let's check out this message too. Over the age of 18. So there's got to be some shit in there I don't know about. For children or those easily disturbed, anxiety and depression. No, I don't want to read the spoilers. Oh, there's so much like warnings. It's a troll. I think it's a troll. So we're actually going to read the text. We're not skipping through it because that would be boring, obviously. I think that's it. Enter my name. Alright, here we go. Hey, is that how you say it? Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because we've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Ha ha. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Tony. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Tony, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, but I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. I used to know what NEET stood for, but I don't remember anymore. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello, Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, then you could come to my club. Sayori, yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Mimi. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that she was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, foil engine, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Tony, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet you both. And it sounds like you already know Monica, right? Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Tony. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Tony. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Sayori mentioned it's been widened, so there's space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the open corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki probably marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! I don't know how to say that, whatever. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you're so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well maybe, but not for you, you know, you, dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I should tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity, how to prepare for events. I'd rather much take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it? Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica, you must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Tony, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! I'll give you that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand around her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems. Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand. I know how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe you share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Tony? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought, Tony, you all. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls? Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Tony, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Tony, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Is that Monica? Well, I'd really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Foreshadowing. I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. This is interesting. So let me take care of this here. Okay. So Sayori's not there, I noticed. I would go with Essence. Jumpy? Suicide, wow. Maybe it's starting to get dark. Maybe this game's starting to get dark. Valentine right there. So there's positive and negative connotations to these, I notice. Marriage. I'm gonna go with romance. Go with death. I'm going unrequited. And happiness. Go with covet. It's a trophy. I'll go with crimson. I don't even know what that word means right there. The uncanny X-Men. Shiny. Laugh. Is this a real word? Should it be hyphenated after Amish? Sparkle. Kiss. Dream. Dream. Destiny. Which one should I pick? Dream or Destiny? Let's go Dream. Let's go with the anime. Heaven Sent? Is that another word that should be hyphenated? Let's go with horror. Let's go with horror. Let's go with fluffy. Damn, how long is this fucking poem? Oh, 20 out of 20. Joy. Again, Tony. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tony. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Tony always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Shiori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Tony can become good friends too? Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's put me into. Yuri, you even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What did I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well here. Yuri reaches in her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want it. This is How Is This Girl Accidentally Being So Cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in a closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and I'm listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So more important to figure out how to get people up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to find Sayori's little face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? You're clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Why would you ask that? Why would I ask that technically? Damn, so fucking hot there. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy you were like this, aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed it sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. I would say out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was just joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Hey everyone. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay, Tony, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Take a quick breather. In case you guys are wondering, we're approaching 40 minutes. Sit up a little bit like this. So am I picking who, like, in a dating similar, am I picking who I'm dating right now? Is that what's going on? Okay, so like I feel like most people would say Sayori because like they're so close as friends, and like it just makes sense they would take it to the next level. Natsuki's a little weird to me. Yuri's also weird, but in a different way. I think I'm gonna go after Monica because like if you're gonna go for it, you might as well aim for the top. Might as well, you know, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing well. And maybe doing wasn't the right word I was looking for, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah, let's go with Monica. See what happens. Let's start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I wanted her to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, Tony. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, why don't you share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Tony. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Oh well. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles. but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall, okay? It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forth into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. And it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just wait yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Do I really have to go through every single person? Might have to take a break on this one. Maybe I'll split it into some videos. I want to finish this section at least, but oh my god. Oh my god. These visual novels take a lot out of me. Some of them are really good though, yeah. I can't recommend many ones specifically, but I don't know, a lot of people like The Last Letter. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take a break, guys. I'll just save it right here. Let me do that right now. Just to remind you guys, this is the PS5 version. I'm doing a PS4 version just for the platinum, but I'll actually put some thought in this one because you guys are so special. All you many subscribers out there, smash that like button. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves and each other. Hello again, party people. We took a little break from Doki-Doki Literature Club Plus. We're back now. Still waiting to see what the psychological horror thriller aspect of it is. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good so far. Things like seem very eerily calm and ordinary. But let's get right into it. Oh, I remembered to move my camera away from the text now. I'm sorry, I forgot. It's just like last time. So everything should be fine now. I'll double check the video, make sure everything's okay. Then we'll get started. so it boots up like an old computer. Just take a look at my collectibles here. Yes, I do intend to get the platinum at some point, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. All right. It's like an actual computer. So I'm assuming our save was this one over here. So I just checking my audio levels. I forgot what my poem was about. Yuri stares at the poem. Let me turn this down a little bit. Stand by. Technical difficulties. Why is it so long? Okay, that's better. I think it's just a game or something, since you usually never have trouble with that setting. Alright, here we go. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess it might be after reading through it. So is that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I can't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. Just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something to be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing. I breathe. Calm breathing air of, I don't know what this is, of the present, the living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But you took a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Who? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Tony. Really. I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose we did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Just nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's go with Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. I said it. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. The fuck? Is there something in his room? I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Just be honest. I'm not even sure if I read that whole poem properly. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all so sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits too hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it all fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem? Dude, I gotta take a fucking break. I'll be right back. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Goddamn, what the hell is going on with my nose? I know that's not the first time it's bothered me on stream. Who should I show my poem to next? Sayori. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Tony. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you're such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Tony poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. Yeah, I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Tony. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay. You'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh yeah? But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sighed. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions can change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns her poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Tony did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Tony liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. As Suki stands up, oh? I didn't realize you're so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Tony appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew size bigger as soon as Tony started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Tony! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. And this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Tony. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is only unnecessarily limiting yourself. It's also a waste. You understand that, right, Tony? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's going to be... I don't know. I feel like Sayori and the protagonist, main character, MC as they call it, MC has the best relationship with Sayori because they've known each other a long time, so I'll pick Sayori. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is defenseless and I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori, eh? Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know that you're making your friend feel like this? Well, that's the problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a suck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same way they always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You can say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Tony, how about you? Yeah, I say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. Your poems will turn out to be even better. Think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Tony, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It sure has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Ooh. Sayori, about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. You know, Tony, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in this club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to this kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. It was easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Okay, writing another poem. For now, we're just gonna pick words that seem to make sense for a good poem. Let's go lollipop. Let's go after image. Let's go fun. Extraordinary. Imagination. Daydream. Doki-Doki. Ambient. Captive. Lust. I don't know what this word means. I don't know what this word is. Effulgent? Effulgent? Incongruent. Philosophy. Cheer. Anime. Climax. Unrequited. Kawaii. Parfait. Fireworks. It's like Yo-Mio. As a Genshin Impact reference. And then the day passes, it's time for the club meeting already. I've got a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi Tony, yo Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see, that's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really, I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you're playing it convenient and forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry, and so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Tell Tony to let me borrow some money. Don't get involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. When you speak your mind, I really like it when you speak your mind. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the retribution. That's still coming from you, Sayori. I guess the little devil inside all of us there, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in her face and tumbles onto the desk. What? What was? A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. Then I heard you blab about these cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki? That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. This cookie takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. She gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Oh jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans out and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Okay, so like, for the past like 5 minutes here, we've been talking about one fucking cookie. See, this is what bothers me about some visual novels sometimes. I had to listen to my reminder to hydrate. So someone used some channel points to tell me to remember to hydrate. Suddenly Sayori leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Malfoy Sayori trots away to safety. Here and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me? Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. Hope she's doing okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Yeah. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Oh, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better I will. Yay, that sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Tony. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori has finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Tony suddenly comes up to me, Sayori. I swear to fucking God, there's like some sort of shit floating around in this room right now. I'm dying. I'm gonna go get some supplies from another classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Oh, you know how the festival is coming up, right? Me and Monica, we're gonna take some posters and stuff. So I need to go find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay. Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Tony to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See, you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, Tony? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I exit the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm talking to a kid, taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out, don't you worry. Is that so? We're gonna do a pretty performance. A performance of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna take turns on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kinda dull. Tony, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of a poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, caressing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that. Sorry, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's possible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working hard on this, you know? I know. I just meant that it's pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Don't say that, it's embarrassing. I guess that means I'm doing a good job. I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around in the hallway again. Hey Tony, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sayori like this. In the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. So going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in there. Crayons? Yeah, this is so exciting so far, damn. It's a thriller, alright. It's a thrilling part right there. Sayori pulls a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kinda dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. At least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. I dropped one by accident. Smack. Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls to the floor and crayons spill all over her lap. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Sayori clutches her forehead. Gee, Sayori. This is like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori's sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori, but it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Oh, sorry. There's a huge red mark on the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Where would you even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. Oh, what are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run out into the hallway. I located the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't matter since we use it as an ice pack rather than a drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back. Alright, so like, I want to figure out what the fucking part is that's a psychological thriller. But like, this is putting me to sleep right now. Like, this is some of the most boring ass... Like, this is supposed to be like high school. Like, I thought there was going to be some drama. I thought there was going to be some romance. My nose is still bothering me. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. She's drinking from the apple juice, I paraphrase. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey Tony, this kind of reminds you of growing up. Doesn't it? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time. I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing on things you did. I think it's like downpouring right now, setting the atmosphere and the mood. But sometimes when I tried to do things, I couldn't. I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. You would rush over as quickly as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were tired of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember. Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. Kinda like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Tony, I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happened when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right, Tony. I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think we'll be like this forever? Forever. If I'm honest with myself, there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make many promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. Remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside. When I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. She cusses her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. Alright, we're gonna speedrun this. They go back to the classroom. She's playing with her hair. Club room. Okay, she's back. Something about sharing poetry. Monica knows it's her forehead. Tony tries to disregard it. She's getting some crayons that hit her head. Well, anyway. Did you find it? It's the stuff. Did you find the stuff? I have it right here. Sayori frantically glances around herself. She forgot them. That's too bad. She had it all right there. But luckily I found a poster too. Haha. Sounds like you ended up doing a lot of work, Tony. I can't come up with an excuse for Sayori, unfortunately. It was like an adventure. Good work. So we're gonna work on posters tonight. Oh, but first we're sharing poems. Who should I show my poem to first? Let's go with Yuri again. What did she write today? Well done, Tony. Your skills are already improving. They're just fucking talking about poetry right now. Okay, the poem. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was called by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of my bread. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The most instruments its phase and reflect that much more light off my cutting knife. They seem the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. A slice of bread, fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Oh, perhaps it's merely projecting my emotions into a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we've gotten used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows some excitement. Worship blood, classic Pavlovian condition. I slice the bread, and I feel myself again. She experimented more, that's great. Oh, I'm on poetry right now. But like, these aren't like really insightful, deep thoughts, I feel like. I feel like a lot of shit is filler. Let's go with Nasuki. I have no idea what she's saying right now. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang with the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. She tried not to let me touch her. Or let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her fans are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. Just warming up. Telling about like how good the poem was or some shit like that. I don't know. So I get impatient like this, just like during the last Yuri poem story, visual novel. Dude, that could have been so much better if they made it longer. That could have been a legitimately like pretty decent visual novel, pretty decent game in general. Let's go with Monica. We're gonna save Sayori for not last. Formalities. Alright, so this is Monica's poem, Save Me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine? Cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. And endless. Poem of meaningless. Load me? Load me. Is that like slang for something the kids do these days? Does that mean what I think it means? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess this is the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. This is a kind of... never really seen that before, I guess. Magic? She's comparing her poem to magic. Who is this witch? See, like, things like this bother me about games. Like, you know there's only one person left. Why doesn't it say something like, are you ready to show the last person this poem? Then you click yes or no. It is Sayori. But instead, you got a little category by yourself. And it looks amateurish. I don't know anything about making games or developing or coding or any of that bullshit. But I know common sense. This is not fucking common sense. Silence. They're looking in silence. Sayori really likes my writing, apparently. I mean, who wouldn't? I'm just a celebrity. Just like the album. Wow, this is really useless shit right now. Are you talking about a bump again? Oh yeah, bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on a shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deep and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up and come my friends. And they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends. My friends aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. It's a little creepy, but okay. Did you really write this? Creepy? Didn't I just say that? Yeah, this is just how I'm out their poems again, because their poems are so fucking interesting. I was wondering where she was. This is a whole club, huh? Got a 4-to-1 ratio apparently. What are they talking about right now? The poem still? Like, are they discussing it in detail? I mean, like, is that really necessary? I understand it's a club, but like, they seem to spend equal amounts talking about poems as they do about anything else. And I feel like, just pick one. Like, if you guys don't take the poems seriously, just hang out and have fun. But if you take it seriously, then focus on the poems. Monday's the big day. Talking about the festival or some shit. Walking home with Sayori. Lots of things have already changed. She's quieter. Spacing out. Thinking about something from earlier. Fumbles with the words she's nervous. She's gonna confess them. Well, I would walk home with Yuri, or I would walk home with Sayori. Okay. My leniency is leaning towards Sayori. Cause like, you got the foundation, my bad. You got the foundation, you like why did I pick Yuri? Cause I shared poems with her more frequently. Thanks for the reminder, hydrate. Talking to chat right there. The chat's on the other screen there. Sayori, you really think I'll dish you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Can't figure me out. Festival is only a few days away. Alright, another poem time. Alright, let's go with philosophy. Heaven sent. You don't hear that word too often. Not in print, at least. Boop. Swimsuit. Marshmallow. Night owl. Rain cloud. Graveyard, just like the song. Fantasy. Peaceful. Marriage. Sweet. Intellectual. Kitty. Doki-Doki. Faster. Shopping. Fireflies. Anime. Heartbeat. Oh man, last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked into. You're playing piano again? Determination, to play piano, some passion for it, blah blah blah. Sayori is sitting at the desk in the corner of the room looking down at nothing. What's wrong with her? It's like, these are just like short lines of text. It makes me wonder, like, how important can these be? That's all you need to know. They're in some poetry club. That's all you need to know for now. I don't even know who I picked, whatever. I guess it was Sayori. Going home early. Oh, Yuri. Just like the other kind of Yuri. Oh yeah, I wrote a good poem again. Yay. Wonderful. Why is she not showering me in praise? She did a little bit. Alright, Beach is her poem. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface under a clear blue sky and expanse of bliss, but beneath gray rolling clouds and endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand was wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles in the sky. Okay, not the sky part. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic, the breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line. Tempted by the foamy tendrils, turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to earth forevermore. She stole that last line. Just saying. Was, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean. At 5 o'clock, we're gonna have to cut this part 2 off. It's almost Genshin Impact time, a game that makes sense to me, not like whatever fuck this shit is. Are we just like talking about poems though? Is that what we're doing? I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a sea that sparkles with brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand. Bathe in sunbeams that hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in the footprint trail and set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you're wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me be by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the best one they had so far. Natsuki wrote this? I'm a little surprised, to be honest. These are very older topics to be talking about, but especially since he's the youngest. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I feel like I keep writing about negative things, so I want to write something with a nice message for once. The beach is awesome. Okay, she really likes the beach, I guess. Wow, I don't know which one I'm gonna choose, guys. There's so many decisions right here. I'm confused. What am I supposed to do? Just doing some blasphemy, checking my phone while recording. Oh, another one. The lady who knows everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders the earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, a victim of the currents of wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star gleaming in the twilight sky? There's no way that says twilight. I don't know. I don't even understand that word. I can't even see what it is. Turtle? Does it stand for turtle? Is this like tumultuate? It almost looks like it says Twitch. Does anyone knows what this says? Until one day the wind ceases to blow, I fall. And I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather. A dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found your answer, all which amount to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend, and your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I just feel like whatever they're talking about right now is not that important. I'm still waiting for the psychological thriller part. Like, at what point is this a horror game? I mean, maybe things are not as they appear. Maybe this is like there's some war is gonna break out. You know, have all these waifus with all these machine guns. That's my kind of visual novel right there. We got 15 minutes, guys, before I lose my patience. I mean, it started off more interesting, but now it just feels like it's dragging on. Cause like I really don't see any plot development right now. Like I want to know why Sayori left home early. I have no idea what option I just picked. Whatever. Any day now. Any day now. Look at how much text there is. This is like a dumpster of text right now. Plans for the weekend. Oh, we got her number. We haven't asked for it. Is she hitting on us? I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday? My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, there's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. More than that, she told me that she feels that she was looking forward to it. Is this a chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off of it. I seriously can't wait. Sorry, Sunday. I've been increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Just that. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. Oh, we sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emoji and cute language. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I've heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've had a habit of entering each other's house, something like that. House is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the floor, so I assume she's up in her room. So I reach her not to run down and greet me. I head up to the bedroom where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Tony. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has changed, has it? Sayori's room as it has always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. So we're going to talk about her room right now. You're in a girl's bedroom who, in my opinion, you have feelings for, and she has feelings for you. And you guys are talking about the feng shui, talking about the decor, talking about the placement of the bed in the direction of the sun, the direction the sun faces at counterclockwise at noon. Oh, they're talking about fuse. They're talking about the fuse. Doing important things I don't want to be cared about. Yeah, she's got some self-esteem issues. It's getting so fucking hot in this room. It's all the goddamn electronics. Don't underestimate how she feels. Sobbing next to her ear. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Doesn't know if he's doing the right thing. But all I want her to know is that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. If there's anything that you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Tony. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want, I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you do that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to something come over, blah blah blah. So is she jealous now? I would imagine she's something. It's okay, spending time together tomorrow. But today is Natsuki days. Wow, someone got dressed up. I don't know what I was expecting, but seeing Natsuki in something other than a school uniform totally threw me off. That's a lot of pink, girl. Seeing her in such cute clothes makes the uniform seem totally unfitting in comparison. Jeez, don't make me feel so awkward already. It's gonna be a long afternoon, so don't be weird just because you're not used to seeing me outside of school. Anyway, I'm coming in. I see you brought a lot of stuff. Natsuki's carrying a large bag that is probably full of baking supplies. I didn't want to come all this way to find that your kitchen isn't equipped for the job. You bought everything I asked you to, right? Yep, they're talking about ingredients now. They're talking about the cooking process. They're gonna cook and they're gonna make something happen together. Personally, she's a little bit too chibi for me. You don't know what chibi is, then you better ask somebody. Are they talking about the bodies right now? Is that what's going on? Body types? Insults. Why are they arguing right now? Oh, they started cooking or baking, whatever they're doing. Why would you need to color the batter? Is that to make it look like it's something else? I don't know anything about baking, guys, just to let you know. I feel like I could learn about it just by paying more attention to this conversation. Because clearly baking is more important than, you know, high school drama. I mean, seriously, like, the process of baking is, like, more interesting than whatever else just happened with Sayori and whatever's going on right here. Are they tickling each other? I missed it. Are they tickling each other? Calling me gross. Damn it, what the... This is kind of unnecessary over here. I'm sorry for calling you gross. You know I don't mean it. Saying dumb things just to get a reaction out of me. Yeah, don't tease girls like that, Tony. What's your problem? I take Natsuki's finger and put it in my mouth, licking off the icing. What? Did you seriously just... Natsuki is so surprised that she can't even figure out how to get mad at me. Her face is entirely red. You really shouldn't do that kind of things to girls, unless you really like them. You know that, right? What kind of question is she asking me, just like that? How did the moon turn to this so quickly? Natsuki gazes at me in silence. I notice her shallow breaths. Why am I starting to feel dizzy? The fire alarm starts going off. Rushes over to the oven. Is something burning? I thought you didn't put the cupcakes in yet. No wonder. You left a dirty tray in there, dummy. How could you make a mistake like that? You should have checked before turning the oven on. Don't blame me for your mistakes. Use the oven to grab the blackened tray out of the oven. She set it on top of the stove. In another moment, the fire alarm stops. Anyway, I'm putting them in the oven now. Yeah. The tension for the moment before still lingers in our heads, but the moment has already been lost. Slides the cupcake trays in the oven. Pick up the whisk and do some baking shit. Whatever the shit they're talking about how to make cupcakes, I'm not really interested. I would rather talk about why this dude put this girl's finger in his mouth. Guys, hanging in there? I'm trying to hang in there. They're talking about cupcakes and birthdays. Birthday cakes? Birthday cupcakes? That's just unhealthy. So I guess Sayori eats a lot more than Natsuki does, apparently. I really don't know what's going on. I just feel like I'm missing nothing important right now. Maybe that's just my sense of urgency. She's about ready to leave, yeah. Well, I guess I'll be off then. Thanks for all the help and everything. I'll see you tomorrow. Not always having this chance. It doesn't have to be that way at all. I had fun today. You showed me how fun baking can be, like you wanted. But aside from that, you can come over anytime, okay? I think that if possible, I'd like to spend more time like this. If you want to read manga or go out somewhere, do you really mean that? Natsuki looks at me tensely like she's trying to hide her expression. Yeah, I want to spend more time with you. Tony, I thought you only cared about getting this done. I'm sorry I had to leave so early today. I really didn't want to. I would really stay here longer if I could. I feel the same way as you, so... Natsuki suddenly gets closer to me. Wait, Natsuki. Standing inches from me, Natsuki looks up at me. I feel her fingers clutch at the sides of my shirt, as if holding on to me. Her rose-colored cheeks and matching eyes fill my vision, along with her slightly parted lips. What is happening? My head starts to go dizzy as I feel her soft breaths against mine. I felt it, for a while now. Natsuki suddenly jumps back. Sayori, eh? Ah, hi Tony. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He got busted. Are we still recording right now? It's like what is going on right now? We got 3 minutes, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap this up soon on this cliffhanger right here. We're I think we're like an hour into the story right now. I'm really not sure. So like, is one of them gonna murder each other? Because like that would explain the psychological thriller part. But let's do this before we forget. Let's do this. Yes, let's override this. Okay, so you look at that timestamp, guys. That's true timestamp right there. Because this is what I want to be doing at 5 a.m. This is exactly what I want to be doing. All right, guys. With that, we must exit. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think of the story so far? Like, I feel like it's building up to something, but I'm afraid that something will not be that big and I'll be let down. If that makes any sense. So far, the main characters that I seem to have, like me personally, not just Tony MC, that I feel is, I don't know, it's very close between Sayori and Natsuki. I was not expecting that stuff with Natsuki to happen. I thought they were just gonna get on each other's nerves and just like argue and like storm out of the house. But it's, I mean, technically it is a dating simulator, but I just feel it's very two-dimensional. Like there's just one straight path to go, and like no matter what happens, you're just gonna go on that path whether you want to or not. Because I really haven't seen that many decisions to make because all these decisions are about poems, and I understand it's a literature club, but I'm just expecting a lot more than that, than what appears to be there for now. Kind of disappointed, but at least there's a PS5 and a PS4 version. So this is PS5 version. I can't reiterate that enough, because usually I save the PS5 version for myself, because I like to just chill, you know, admire the differences between the PS5 and the PS4. There are no differences. You didn't hear me say that though, but no, there's some differences, like the load times and shit, but yeah. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll continue this later on in the week, probably this weekend. I hope to get this done, this compilation of videos done with. The third video in all the videos shrunk together, the final edit. I'm hoping that three sessions is going to finish this. If not, we'll keep going however more we need to keep going. And alright, thanks for watching guys. Take care of yourselves and each other. Hello party people, and we are live from Connecticut. We're gonna do this part 3 of 3 of Doki-Doki Literature Club Plus. I just want to knock this out today, and so I can get started on Platinum and be done with the shit. Still waiting for the psychological thriller horror that it is. I think it's coming up soon though. I'm not exactly sure what to expect. I mean, it feels like the game is getting towards the ending, but I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. I hate to put it in 4 parts. I figure, you know, 3 maybe in one video is enough. Like, should I splice them into separate videos? I don't think, like, if I was famous, I would totally do that, because you maximize the number of views. But for now, we're just gonna do the one video. I'll just edit them in together. I wish I knew how to do the timestamp thing on YouTube, but I'll figure it out. Alright, here we go, I guess. Yeah. Alright. I'm pretty sure I saved the game, yeah, so I'm not too worried about it. There's periodic autosaves. Gotta boot up my computer right now. New controller, by the way, guys, the black one. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's load this shit up. Oh, this was a cliffhanger here. So, I guess I'm surprised to see her blowing up my date like this. Just now, we weren't. It's okay, Tony. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, should have come a little earlier. I'm already on my way out, so... Oh, really? That's too bad. Yeah, well... I'll still see you at the festival tomorrow, so it's fine. Just don't eat any cupcakes before then. Anyway, later. Oh, she got out of there quick, fast, and in a hurry. Clearly flustered, Natsuki hurries off, and Sayori waves goodbye. Sayori? I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Natsuki, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Tony? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Tony. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But, Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Tony. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Tony, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. Do you remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now, and that's what I'm going to give you. Sayori. So I don't know what to pick right now. I assume you unlock more stuff with the I love you statement, because like the you'll always be my dearest friend part kind of like knocks her down a peg, you know. I'm gonna play the romantics advocate and says I love you. I love you. Eh? Those are my true feelings. There's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized this sooner. But spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Tony. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Apparently I have brown hair too. Tony, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori in my arms and pull her closer. You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you, Tony. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this, Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this was the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now. Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Tony. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it has always been. Even if we really are a couple, I don't know if I can handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Tony. Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. I felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you love me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that when in reality, I've never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more, or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. but I know that I'll give it everything I've got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to have a happy future with her. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I managed to carry all the cupcakes by myself, carefully stacking 2 trays. Natsuki's already texting up a storm, but I can't respond, thanks to my hands being full. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Natsuki at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Tony, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days like this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly as simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Tony. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging in the morning, you know. Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sarah really tell her about that? Tell her about it that quickly? How did she know? I mean, I don't know, that's the way to me. That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason, I felt a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets I laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this would definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they preferred during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. This is getting a little disturbing now. What is this? Reading this poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Tony? What's wrong? Ah, nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal, at least wait for her, help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, she does not pick up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Is this a nightmare? I forgot to read. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. And why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her? Make her feel even worse. So let's go. No, guys, I don't know if you know this, but in Japan, like anime and manga, when someone typically, well, I guess it could be a boy or girl, when you confess to someone, it's typically a high school thing, but it could be adult too. You tell them how you really feel, and usually it's in the romantic sense. And when you do confess to someone, you can't exactly take it back. So you wouldn't say it to someone unless you were confident they would say it back. That's what in Japan confessing means. Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her, like it always has been, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club, screw the festival. I just lost my best friend, someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 So this looks suspicious, but is this basically, is this the first ending? What do they call this? I thought I changed that already. Huh. Let me check something real quick, guys. That's all. So I guess we're gonna load this and see what happens, because oh, I still have my save. Okay, well that's good. Start a new game. Okay. I don't know what this says, but okay. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl, something, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalks and let it catch up to me. It's no ordinary school day. It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on an average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Are we in a time warp right now? Is this time traveling? Besides, most of them will probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Tony? Monica. Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What do you come in for anyway? Oh, I just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's not really boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is the literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. Besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Tony. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I guess so, but... In that case... Is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but... If you could at least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? With a K. Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Tony, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back, and I brought a guest with me. A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Tony. All words escape me in this situation. The club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Tony in the classroom, and he decided to check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica. Didn't I tell you to let you know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, sorry. I didn't forget about that. But I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Tony? The girls have a few desks arranged for the form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So I know you don't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club more fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. It makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we all can grow before this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. They're having tea right now. What kind of things do you like to read? Well, he doesn't read a lot. Manga. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. But that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her feelings. Books, something about books. Stories, something about stories. A lot of horror. Okay, horror books, sorry, whatever. Stories. Suits her personality. Why? Because she's so dark. Natsuki hates horror. So this is how long it takes for me to lose my patience with this visual novel. Again. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Yes, my nose is still bothering me. This is going, I feel like, in a very suspicious way, but it's not really exciting at all. I never said I would join this club. We need 4. Defenseless. Falling asleep. Sure, why not? A dream. I was staying at my friend's place. There were 4 of us. I just also sleep while everyone was talking and watching TV. In my dream, I was still at my friend's house. The only difference was that there were nails sticking out of the walls everywhere, and that also someone I didn't recognize. The person I didn't recognize told a joke, and everyone laughed. I woke up to the sound of everyone laughing at something that happened on TV. So laughing was not part of the dream. It was a noise that woke me up. I wonder who that person was and how they knew to tell a joke at that moment. It's kind of weird, but okay, whatever. Alright. Obviously, Sayori's not there. Her little chibi icon. Alright, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna do ribbon. Strawberry. Dazzle. Raindrops. Mouse. Headphones. Doki-Doki. Determination. Kawhi Leonard. Promise. Rain cloud. Fickle. Friends. Hair. Anime. Memories. Bubbles. Treasure. Destiny. Bouncy. Hi again, Tony. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tony. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if I just plan to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't want to take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. I can't read that because Monica's in the way. Monica? Finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plows back in her seat. I'm sorry, Tony. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. It only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you really want to, then forget I say anything else, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even though I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? Just felt like... Well, as vice president and all, that I should keep you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. She picked out the book. I'm not sure what book it is. Why does this book not have a title? The story started off decently good, but it's like just dragging at this point. Monica, she never puts my stuff back in the right spot. Oh, we're gonna talk about manga now. Can't judge a book by its cover, is that what that said? I'm so falling asleep right now. I'm not sure if it's the heat. Not sure I didn't sleep enough last night. Huh, my sentiments exactly. Oh snap, she got hacked. She's being hacked right now. Oh jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches in her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give me... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it in her mouth. Don't worry, Tony. She's fine. This happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Sure to Natsuki. Apparently this is not my best work. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. And I think about it, it's so fucking hot right now. So the entire premise of these games appears to be doing the poem thing and picking out words. And then you just watch what happens. I feel like you just X spam. Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight tab which stood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. There's a big one. There's only one person left. Why do I have select Monica when there's only one person left? Oh, didn't even skip it. Oh well, game's over now. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna finish this in one session today. The fuck? They're fighting over me now? So what's going on exactly? Are we in the Matrix? Is this a dream within a dream within a dream? How do I know what to pick? Time for club meeting already. Got a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Tony. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Talking shit about each other or something. I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little too extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. Now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. Understanding person, yes I am. So they're just wondering where Monica is. Now they're apologizing to each other. Oh, she lost track of time. Best of luck. I look at the cover of the book. Portrait of Markov. Human prison experiment. Kind of dark taste in books. Oh my god. How much time have I actually spent like pressing the X button on this game right now? I just feel like there's not enough action at all. I understand they wanted to save the psychological stuff, apparently, for the end. At least that's where I think it's going. Because, like, just one person hanging themselves, I feel like that's pretty scary, but, like, how does that one scene define everything about this game, visual novel? I don't know. Oops, I don't know who that was. Made me like spiders. Did I say this one already? Did I see this one already? I don't know. Not bad, right? Wow. I mean, I'm not saying this is a bad game, but like, this is a problem I find with visual novels all the time. They're just not exciting enough. I'm sorry. Like, the themes are good, they're broad, but the problem is, like, they don't keep your attention. Whose poem is this? I think I've seen it before too. Oh, she was glitching again. I don't know what I pressed. Okay, this is her poem. Okay. I'm not reading all that shit. Especially in the handwriting that I can't understand. Sure, why not? I can't convince myself to go to therapy when I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'd rather keep this up until I blow my cover and someone takes me to the emergency room. I assume that's a room. We're all talking about poems again? Let me guess. Are we still talking about poems and literature and all that good stuff? How come I can't read my poems, but I can read everyone else's? Why can't I write a poem in this game? That would be something different. Almost like the game was artificial intelligence. Yeah, it's pretty fucking hot here. Her eye was bleeding. Okay, so I decided this is not enjoyable for me anymore. If you guys like it, feel free to watch till the end, but like, this is just not working for me. She's been waiting for me. And Natsuki's right there too. It's kind of weird. Is she making tea? Is that what's going on? That was glitchy. Obviously, it's intentional in the game. We're not experiencing technical difficulties, guys. This is the actual game. She's lost in the book. Oh, I just put chocolate in her mouth. She's embarrassed. Her heart won't stop beating like that. What's going on right now? Is this more horror? Is this psychologically disturbing, thrilling? I wonder what's gonna happen. Let's go with Natsuki. So I'm showing her my poem. This is her poem. This is a lot of fucking tests. Don't let her know I wrote this. Thanks for reading. Wait, who wrote this? Natsuki? Apparently Natsuki is really worried about Yuri, because Yuri is acting differently. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Tony? If you would just spend time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. So ignore Monica, see what happens. Alright, so Yuri is acting weird. She's getting some messages. And this is a bloody poem that I can't read. Do I like it? She wrote it for me. She put a scent on it. She went to vomit. Sexual thing. This is her poem. This is Monica's awesome poem. I don't know what I'm saying yes to, but sure. A joke. A man walked into a club. In the club, there was a girl who liked him very much. They spent some time together, and then she liked him even more. One day, the girl realized she was in love with him. Before disaster could happen, a third party intervened with her programming. Suddenly, the girl hated herself for being in love. This contradiction caused the script to derail. The universe started to collapse, but she killed herself just in time. Interesting. Okay, everyone. Blah, blah, blah. So we've been doing this for almost an hour now, and I feel like we're not close to the end of the game at all. I don't know what I just pressed. Monica, yeah, everything's on Monica, sure. Something about mental health, I'm not sure what they're talking about. She's in love with me? Is that what she said? I think... Wow, where'd she get the knife from? Is that from the tea area? Why would they need a knife at the tea area? Where the hell did she... Is that a kitchen knife? Are they making food in this classroom? Is this a home ec? I don't know how long they're gonna go with this mix up text, but whatever, we'll see. I'm taking a nap, guys. Tell me when it's over. So even if I wasn't skipping a lot of text, this is what I would be doing if I was playing this game blind, completely blind. Sorry, I hit the microphone. And it's just like, how much of this shit do I have to sit through? See, shit like this ruins games for me. I mean, first of all, the lines could have been voiceovers, just saying. If you're gonna have different languages for the text, why can't you have different voices for the languages? I think I legitimately fell asleep for a few seconds. So, how long have I been pressing the cross button doing this now? Like, am I pressing the wrong button? Because, like, the lines sort of look like they're different texts, but how can you tell, you know? Sorry about this, guys. I didn't think this game was that fucked up. Not in terms of content, but whatever the shit I'm doing right now. Is there a code to figure the text out? I don't think there is, because there's a bunch of squares. I feel like the squares can only mean so much. Did someone actually write out individual lines for this? Are these the same lines repeating over and over? I mean, everyone looks unique to me, but I haven't really been cataloging them. Like, can I plug my turbo controller in and just put a rubber band over the X button? So this is Yuri talking right now. I wonder what it sounds like. Maybe that's why there's no voiceovers. I thought I saw the word ocean. I thought I saw that. I'm starting to really not enjoy this game right now. I mean, like, I had high hopes for it. Supposedly this is one of the most popular visual novels that are psychological thrillers or horror or whatever. How is this scary right now? I mean, you're looking at someone bleeding, okay. But this is a still frame. This is a still shot. And the only thing changing is this gibberish on the screen. I'm trying to keep talking just to have some content and just try to stay awake as well. I mean, I'm not saying this ruins the game, but like, how the fuck long have I been doing this? Is there an end to it? Should I press a different button? Probably do an unboxing, well not an unboxing, a review of the black PlayStation 5 controller I just got. Oh, is that over finally? Oh, she's throwing up. Is that MS-DOS up there? Are we in the DOS prompt right now? Am I trying to run a MS-DOS game right now? Oh, everything's glitched now. Is it working? Whoa. Tony Lee 69, how did she know that? So Monica is some sort of game master? Dungeon master? Is she some form of an entity? Because if you look out the windows, it looks like space. Look how creepy it is with her looking at you. And I can't look in her eyes too often because it scares me. She has brown hair and green eyes. I thought it's a very anime-like expression. I like green eyes. Green eyes are nice. Not as much as I like green eggs and ham though. Green eggs and ham is a better story right now than this shit. So this is getting a little bit philosophical for me. And I feel like this story is not transitioning well. The script is broken. I'm just gonna pick the messed up words. Maybe that's a hint or something. Does it say oink? No, that's oink. Perfect Monica? It's like the second trophy I've gotten doing all this shit. What poem did I write? I don't remember writing a poem. Is it the one I just did? Happy end. Pen in hand, I find my strength. The courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together, let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With the flick of her pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. Wow, that's great. Wonderful. Oh, are we taking a break? Are we waiting for something? Let's get a little more comfortable since I suspect something is gonna happen. It's so fucking creepy, though. We're just gonna stare at each other like this. I gotta remember these are high schoolers. We can't be messing with the chibis. No chibis. Imagine if people of any age had to go to school every day, or during the calendar year, and like the learning would never stop. Like people wouldn't have real jobs. All they would do is just learn shit. Like maybe they could do them. Like someone could learn how to maintain a farm and start selling food, but they would still have to go to school. Do you get what I'm saying? Like just because you reach a certain age of adulthood doesn't mean your options are either go to college or find a job. I say that loosely, but I feel like it says a lot. You're real. Your friends are real. So far she's had a different line every time. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to read all these. She was talking about how in the files of the computer you could find the character files, and that's how she deleted the other girls. Is she stalking me? Just like what stalkers do. I think the time right now doesn't matter in terms of like what happens with the game. I'm pretty lost right now, not gonna lie. It's like, this is sort of implying that Monica is like, I don't want to say God, but like, it's almost like she's controlling everything. Because I was wondering, like, how come we never see anyone else in the game? You don't see anyone's parents, you don't see the teachers, you see the same characters over and over. Are you wondering who I would pick? Well, since you asked. I mean, Natsuki was cool and all, but we're not messing with the chibis. I felt more of a connection with Sayori for obvious reasons. I mean, I don't think Yuri's really my type. It would be between Sayori and Monica, but I'll probably end up picking Sayori. But there's always a but. But I feel like Monica would be really clingy, but like that's simply because like she's made the end of the world in this room right now, not exactly sure what's going on. She seems like she would get mad easily, possibly jealous, possibly a danger to herself and others. Just saying. Used to hate rap music. What's wrong with you? She's talking about freestyling right now. So like, are we just gonna talk about the club? Like, are we gonna like have relations? Maybe that's the psychological horror of it. No, we don't mess with chibis. I can't say that enough. No chibis. I know it's more R&B than rap, but R. Kelly is facing some charges of racketeering and something else. I forget. Like probably something to do with those kids or kid. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. So, I'm just gonna talk about random shit. It seems like I understand that Alana Pierce and other developers do not want us to boycott Diablo 2 Resurrected, or any Blizzard games for that matter, because the developers aren't going to get paid. Even if they lose their job, they won't get paid. But if they keep their job, they want that pay to be consistent. So, I'm not exactly sure. I'm kind of conflicted right now. I'm kind of torn, because like I was gonna get the game, but I really lost a lot of respect for Activision Blizzard as a company, as a creator of their products, and me as a purchaser of their products. Now, I don't want the innocent developers to suffer. So notice I said the innocent ones, but are they all lumped together? I mean, like, realistically speaking, how many of these male sexual deviants expect to keep their job? How would the state of California even control that? Like, oh, only certain so-and-sos are fired? Like, do you know what I mean? I mean, I guess they could get restitution from the Activision Blizzard human resources and above, because, you know, the females that were harassed, in some cases assaulted, were hold on. I mean, of course they were innocent, but like, reporting it to HR and HR not doing anything about it, I feel like that's an HR problem. And it makes me wonder whether the people in the HR were all male. Because if there's a female in the HR office or, you know, branch of the company, how could they let this slide? Were they being manipulated too? Harassed, etc.? I mean, it's possible. It's a very sad and unfortunate situation. And this shit just keeps going, apparently. The outside of the windows looks like it loops over and over. She's talking about her debate club days. It's interesting because she doesn't really argue a lot. X and Y. Talking about chromosomes. It's been over an hour, and I don't know how much longer I should do this for. I did take a peek at some of the trophies. It's sort of too late for me to get to any of them but without restarting. But once you use that skip feature, the one that's grayed out at the bottom, like supposedly you can get through this a lot fucking faster. How does she have so much stuff to talk about without repeating herself? She hasn't moved a muscle either. Her mouth doesn't even move. Oh wait, that's part of the game. We don't mess with the chibis. No chibis. If you remember that Genshin Impact tier list I did, we don't mess with the chibis. No chibis. Yeah, you're a pretty creepy girl. That's like such a mischievous smile she has right now. Or whatever she's doing with her mouth. What's that white thing in her hair? Is that one giant bow? It almost makes her look like a nun or something. Oh, are you talking about me right now? I got this game, Monica, to be honest with you, because I heard it was an easy platinum. The story was okay, but like, a lot of the characters like you, just talking about the same shit over and over, same shit, different smell. It was just like, how much of this do I have to sit through? I already don't like games where I have to read the text. I understand reading it is completely optional, but like, not trying to like give myself dry mouth, not trying to lose my voice, not trying to sit there by myself talking to the computer screen. Alright, let me check the trophies. A lot of hidden trophies. Okay, I'm gonna take that as that's my cue. But like, what am I supposed to do now? Well, I don't want her to keep talking, so how do I pause this shit? Okay. Oh, lost my saves. Maybe, I think that was intentional. I've heard of games doing that. Alright, so what am I doing here? It's just her fucking talking the whole time. Sure. Oh, the desktop? The computer screen? Huh. I see. What is this gonna do? I don't want to leave my fantasy world with Monica. She's so talkative. Okay, so she's not in the characters anymore. I'm not there either, but the other girls aren't either. What happens if we go back here? What did I do? Please hurry and help me. So show that she got deleted. Oh, you guys can't see that. It's just the DOS prompt saying she got deleted. Did I do this, sir? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, honey. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. A different game? Tony, you completely truly make me sick. Goodbye. So I can play a different game now? Is that what she said? That's what she said. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends, I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's She's speechless. I've made up my mind, Tony. I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends, and I love them all, and I love the literature club. I really did love the literature club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really loved you, then where's Monica? She's not there anymore. Alright, let's hit new game, see what happens. Instead of talking about clubs, does the story start over? Wait, who's president now? Or club leader, or whatever they called it. Talking about cupcakes right now. We're approaching 90 minutes of this bullshit. Interesting.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff?
Finally, a voiceover.
Not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because I worked really hard on it. So yeah. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you.
Not bad, not bad.
In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day?
So I'm just messing with something.
Just to find that special day.
Oh, is it over? Is torture finally over? I mean, I just have a short attention span if I'm not interested in the story at all. I get what they were trying to do, like the like a computer master kind of mastermind thing. I thought it could have been done better. I felt like a lot of stuff was kind of rushed and there wasn't more developing. Not in terms of the lack of text, but what the text was trying to say. Like, why are we talking about cupcakes for like 5 minutes? Like, who finds that enjoyable? And I get it. Character development, plot development, I get it. Alright, probably gonna wrap this up soon when the credits are over.
Only write better words for those who are dear to me. Is it wrong if I take, or is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark puddle. How can I write love into reality? If I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat, what do you call love in your reality? And in your reality,
Look, my name's there.
if I don't know how to love you,
Why is Monica's name above mine?
I'll leave you be.
Oh, got something over here. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand. The Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality. A reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I want to thank you for making all my dreams come true, for being a friend to all of the club members, and most of all, thank you for being part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monica. So I have to run a reset. So yeah, for the platinum, I just gotta collect all this shit, I think. They're back. Sure, why not? What is this? Does it just restart the game? So you can get the other trophies? Or, you know, play it again if you really wanted to? I don't know who would want to do that, though. I can read the spoilers. Oh, all four of them are back now, right? So I never get to keep my saves, then what's the point of saving? Alright guys, that wraps up part 3 of 3 of Doki-Doki Literature Club Plus. It could have been better. If I was giving a review, I would say that. The premise was kind of cool, kind of twisted, kind of chaotic, kind of horrific. I get it. I don't know. What do you expect for a non-AAA fully priced game, you know? This is a PlayStation Store digital game, of course. And obviously I'm just doing it for the platinum, but I don't mind if I surprisingly enjoy an easy platinum. Because then it's like, this was definitely worth it then. Because I got some insight into this game I wasn't expecting to enjoy, and I got a platinum. Alright guys, yeah, that wraps it up for me. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves and each other.